Hey guys, Barbara here. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. In the next couple of days, we're going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day. So I want to show you guys how to make traditional Irish stew. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. Say hello to my mother.
Hi everybody.
She's not shy, okay? Yes, Mario Ramirez from
Box 11.
You are on the Bear Pantry Show in Utah.
Every Sunday, potato salad, stewed chicken, rice and beans, and plantains.
You're watching the Bear Pantry Show.
Yeah.
Oxtails.
Watching the Bear Pantry Show.
You're watching the Bear Pantry Show with my sister.
So take a look at what we're going to need, guys. Normally the stew calls for shoulder of lamb, but we don't like lamb in here, so we're just going to go with some chunks of beef right here. And I am going to wash it with the vinegar because as Belizeans, we're not going to eat this meat if it's not washed. So if that makes it not authentic, then so be it. Some chopped up onions, and if you notice the chop is pretty big. Some celery, and I just went ahead and sliced this. And some carrots, and I went kind of like thin. No, not too thin, but kind of thin. I'm going to use this beef stock because I didn't have any homemade stock on hand. And this one says it's organic and, you know, low fat or fat free and all that good stuff. And we're going to need some potatoes, and we're going to need some cold butter from the fridge. And take a look over here. You're going to need a big pot like this with the lid and one that can go in the oven because we're going to do this in the oven at some point, all right? This is a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just going to go ahead and coat the bottom of the pot because this is stainless steel and I don't want my meat to stick. Let me put a little bit more to make sure I get some good coverage. And now it's time to cut the fire on. How do you guys like this angle? It's from the back part of the stove, guys. Now let me go ahead and put the meat in, and we're just going to cook the meat until it's brown. I'm not going to put any paprika. I'm not going to put any powdered ricotta or any type of ricotta because it doesn't call for that, all right? So let me go ahead and put some all-purpose flour, and this is to thicken it up. Now let me go ahead and remove the meat from the pan because what I want to do is use the grease that's being released from the meat and also the extra virgin olive oil that I put originally to go ahead and saute the vegetables. All right, so here comes the onions, big chunks of onions, the celery of course, and don't forget the carrots. So this is pretty easy. This prep part is very simple. Just saute this for a few minutes. And see, the potatoes are sliced already. I peeled them and sliced them. This is cold butter from the fridge. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. The meat's waiting for me, and I'm still sauteing the vegetables. This has to go for about 5 minutes until they're a little bit tender but not overdone, all right? So now it's time to put the meat back in. And now we're going to have to add the stock. I'm in a dilemma, guys, because this is the first time I'm using this broth or stock. I opened the lid and I heard the seal break, but look inside. There's nothing else there, and it looks frayed, like maybe somebody could have stabbed through it, right? And it says here on the instructions, easy to open cap, no pull tab, twist to break the seal, and tamper evident ring. So I'm kind of nervous about using this, so I'm calling the 800 number on the stock to see if that's the way it's supposed to be. Meanwhile, come look at my pot, Jade. My stuff's ready. So I might have to like run to the store and get more stock. Let me shut off the fire. Or I might have to use water, and I don't want to just use water. Below is 98C08316. Alright guys, you saw that I got through to the Kroger people, and the lady says, you see these teeth in the lid? That's what Joe was saying too, that when you twist the cap, those teeth actually cut that seal that's in there, so you don't have to pull that tab up like you have on other cartons. So the thing's actually good to use.
It's here. In there?
It's here. See the frayed edges? You don't you see that? So that's where the seal is, because that's what I would have done. I would have either stabbed it in or peeled it off or pulled the tab. So I just went in and stabbed it, and it's hanging in there. And she says they do that to make it easy, but they do get a lot of these phone calls. I was scared. So let's go back to the pot, guys. So now that I'm not afraid to use the stock anymore, guys, let's go ahead and pour the whole thing into the pot. So this is quite a bit of stock, so we're not going to add any extra water, okay? We don't want to have too much liquid in our stew. See, 32 ounces. That's enough. So let me go ahead and give this a stir. And then I'm going to allow this to come to a boil. I'm going to stay right here and watch it. Yeah, so we're ready. Let me go ahead and put the sliced potatoes in. And you can turn the fire off at this point, but I still want it to be simmering and boiling while I'm doing this part. I don't want to lose any of the heat then. And I'm putting the cold butter in chunks on top of the potatoes as best as I can. And I'm using about a stick of the butter, okay? So we're almost done with the prep for the stew. Put the lid on. And then now into the oven it goes at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to set the timer for 90 minutes. So the prep time is done. Now it's just a matter of cooking. I'm putting like an extra teaspoon of salt and pepper into the pot. Okay, I just put it in the oven. And towards the end we'll taste. And do it accordingly, guys. 90 minutes later, let's take a look at what the soup looks like, or the stew. I took the lid off at about 45 minutes in because I wanted some of the liquid to cook. Take a look, Jory. What do you think? You like it? It's Irish stew. Well, the potatoes look cooked. So let me get a fork to stab into the meat and the potatoes to see if it's all cooked, all right? I have a piece of everything, the beef, the potato, and the carrot to see if it's all done. So the carrot's done. Well, you know this is going to be done if the carrot's done. Potato's done. The beef is not as soft as I would like, but it's still edible. Remember, we're not doing Belizean stew, okay? We're doing Irish stew. I think it's pretty. I love it. So let me go ahead and serve you guys. Well, let me taste. It might need a little bit more salt and pepper, so you guys taste, okay? According to your taste. And I always put stuff in something else because you don't want to dip that same spoon back in. That has enough salt and pepper. So I put salt and pepper on the beef, and then I put a teaspoon of salt and black pepper in the soup. And remember, we use the broth from the buck, so that probably has some salt in it. So that's more than enough. Pretty good so far. So let me serve you guys up a bowl, all right? You guys know the rules, right? When it comes to St. Patrick's Day, you have to wear green or you're gonna get pinched. Look, I even have my little green peridot pendant, my earrings. I tried to draw a shamrock on this nail and on this nail, but sadly, I don't know what it turned out to be. Now, I could have thrown green dye at any cookie dough recipe or cake batter recipe and say Happy St. Patrick's Day. I could have gone more healthy and put like spinach inside of a scone or a biscuit or something and say St. Patrick's Day because it has the green, right? But I don't think St. Patrick's Day is just about the color green. So I wanted to delve into the Irish culture because you never can tell. Maybe I'm Irish. Who knows? Who knows? I know that I have Scottish blood in me, but I don't know what all I'm mixed up with. I'm from Belize. So I want you guys to know that I did the Ancestry DNA test. I sent it in like 2 weeks ago, and they say it'll be another 8 weeks before it comes back. But when it comes back, I'll come back and tell you guys what all I'm mixed with, right? So back to the Irish thing. 2 years ago I did cold cannon. Last year I did shepherd's pie, and today I tried the Irish stew. And whenever I try the traditional Irish recipes, my Irish viewers and fans have come back and given me great ideas of how to make it even better. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. I hope I did this justice, all right? I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching the show, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, and for sponsoring. Here are my sponsors for March. Thank you guys so much for coming back and sponsoring again. I really and truly pray 1,000-fold return on your investment into my life, all right? Until I see you guys again, take care and happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey guys, if you like what you see here, you may like my vlog channel. Head on over to youtube.com/BabsBearTalk to get caught up on what's going on behind the scenes of the cooking channel, what's coming up next, and what's going on in my daily life.